Hi, I'm Dr. Covert. I'm going to be a professor for Math 2450 this semester. I wanted to take just a few minutes to walk over a few things with you about Canvas, show you the syllabus, show you how our assignments are going to be laid out and so on. So most of this information will be really self-explanatory, but I wanted to walk through and make sure we're all on the same page anyways. So I have my faculty information down here. So that's, of course, my name, my email. We'll have virtual office hours Tuesday, Thursday morning from 9 to 10:30. If you can't make those office hours, just email me and we'll find a time to meet. The first thing here is the Start Here button. This is going to be linked to a module, and it's going to have on it the course syllabus and course calendar. Okay, so if we open that up, this has really just the basic information for the course. This has, again, my office hours, which I just talked about. It has my office phone number. I'm not going to be in my office much this semester, so just email if you need anything. And just be aware that I have two small kids, so I'm not generally going to be able to answer emails kind of after school time. But email me anytime and I'll answer you whenever I can. We're going to be talking in this course about linear algebra, which is going to involve talking about systems of equations and what that has to do with matrices, and then what that has to do with kind of what are called vector spaces and geometry and complex numbers. And there's a lot of stuff that we're going to all tie together. So what we're going to do in the course is we're going to start by talking about, of course, the easiest stuff like the algebra of like 3 equations and 3 unknowns, or things like that you might have already seen, talk about systematic ways of dealing with it, and then kind of talk later about the high level stuff like vector spaces and linear transformations and eigenvalues, eigenvectors, and all that stuff. So we'll have lots of stuff to talk about over the semester. As far as the course materials, we're going to be using Webassign, which is part of Cengage. So you have been auto-enrolled in Cengage and Webassign using the auto access. I have an FAQ for the auto access back on the Canvas site. So right underneath the syllabus, there's the auto access FAQ. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. You do not need to buy the book separately. So there's also a link here for how you can kind of rent the book for, I think it's like $8, including shipping. It's pretty cheap, like really thin 3-hole punch version. But if you like having the paper version, that's a pretty affordable way to do that. If you have any questions about anything in the course, what I would encourage you to do is first talk to each other. Second, talk to me. So email me, come to office hours, whatever you want. I'm around, I'm happy to help. The third is that there's a website that's built around our textbook. So it's called larsonlinearalgebra.com. And there's certain resources there up to a point. So I think for the first 5 chapters, there's a good number of resources. And then after that, it trails off a little bit, but there's still some stuff there. Webassign, which is going to be the system that we're going to use to do all of our homework and our tests, that also has a certain bit of resources. And you are officially beyond the help of the Math Academic Center. Don't go to SSB and ask for help. Yeah, that's really just meant for all students up to Calc 3, and you're past that. So the way that I'm going to conduct the course is that there's going to be 3 tests. Okay, so those will all be 100 points each. Those are kind of midterm exams. We're going to have homework on Webassign, so that'll be 100 points. And then instead of a final exam this semester, I'm going to just try and do a final project. So I'm going to think about some linear algebra based final projects that we can implement. And we'll talk about that later in the semester. So hopefully around spring break or so, I'll have some more details about that, just to give you some ample time to kind of think about what you want to do there. Other than that, most of this is pretty self-explanatory. Read over very carefully the academic dishonesty policy. If anyone's registered in the Disability Services Office, if anyone has any DIS accommodations, just tell me. And I'll do my best to make sure that all of those accommodations can be met. If there's really anything that I need to know about you, this class is asynchronous, so hopefully scheduling wise, this shouldn't be a big deal. Like if you need to travel. And there's a nice bit of flexibility with these asynchronous classes. So that's basically everything I wanted to say about the syllabus. The only other things that I wanted to show you on Canvas, just a few things here, is in the modules page. And these are also the same links that are on the home page. I have our course agenda. So I like to break it down just week by week. In a module, I'll have our course agenda with the different sections that we're going to talk about. And let's just open up one of those and I'll show you what that looks like. I have kind of a checklist of all the stuff that you're going to do, and you're going to be watching kind of the following videos, and I'll list all of those out. The video that we're talking in now is this intro and syllabus video, so I'll add that link in when the video is made. But we'll go through, and then at the very end, it says do these following homework problems, do the following homework for the following sections. I mean, so that's what the different lectures are going to look like. So kind of just a breakdown of all the different material. And then at the end, here's the homework that you should do to get ready. Okay, so that's what those are going to look like. And so again, if you click on course agenda, that'll bring you to that particular module, that course agenda module. The third link that was on the homepage, or one of the other links there, is for the ebook. So again, you don't need the ebook. It's available here. It's available in Webassign, but there's a external link available here as well. So that's that. And then the final link that's on the main page here is for Webassign. And Webassign is going to be the system that we're going to use to do our homework and our exams. One piece of information you need so that you can register for Webassign. I do not have Webassign linked to Canvas. I feel like that's more trouble than it's worth. It's just easier just to click on Webassign here, or you can go to webassign.net. And once you have your course kind of, once you've registered for the course and you're there, it should be, it should play basically as well as it does with it. So, it should be fine. So the piece of information that you're going to need for Webassign is this access code. So that's this 12-digit access code here. That's called the class key. And so if you click on Webassign, you'll be able to enter the class key there, and then that'll link you to our course, and I'll have our homework set up and all that stuff there. So that'll just be done externally. I feel like that's just a little simpler. Other than that, I have my faculty information down here. So this is a Zoom link for office hours. If you have any questions at all, just send me an email. And I also, because this is an online asynchronous class, I don't really get to interact with students, and I miss that part. I missed that part of my job. So just send me an email, say hi, introduce yourself, tell me a little bit about you. And I look forward to working with you over the semester.